She's definitely going to leave a big hole. She's going to be missed very much by everybody at the school.
A bright light in a close-knit school family. Words to describe 8-year-old Mary Grace Baker swept away in the floodwaters at Camp Mystic. Her body found yesterday. Today, bright pink ribbons placed across Southeast Texas in memory of the St. Anne Catholic School student.
We will not stop until every missing person is accounted for.
And the ongoing search for victims following the devastating floods in the Hill Country. Updates on the rescue efforts, plus the response from the governor to the White House.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for 6 News at 6. I'm Aaron Drawhorn.
And I'm Kimberly Roosley.
The search and rescue efforts in the Hill Country now in their 5th day. At
this hour, the death toll stands at more than 110. That includes victims in Kerr County and Travis County. Governor Greg Abbott toured the devastation from air today. He says at least 161 people are still missing in Kerr County after the flooding. Within an hour, that number jumped to more than 170. That included 2 from Southeast Texas.
Aiden Hartfield and his girlfriend, Ella Cahill, were swept away early Friday morning. The Kelly High School graduates were staying at the home of Aiden's late grandfather, federal judge Thad Hartfield. Joyce Baden and Reese Menchaca also staying at the Hartfield home. Joyce's family making the grim discovery yesterday of her body. Searchers also discovering Reese's body yesterday. Both families tonight still asking for prayers and receiving overwhelming support. The family of the youngest local victim, 8-year-old Mary Grace Baker, also drawing prayers not only from Southeast Texans, but all across the state and the nation. Her family and priest confirming last night her body was found yesterday. She was among the many children staying at Camp Mystic when it was overrun by floodwater. We are live now at St. Anne Catholic Church on Calder and 11th Street in Beaumont, a rosary just getting underway.
The church is asking everyone to pray for Mary Grace Baker, Joyce Baden, Aiden Hartfield, and Reese Menchaca. They're also praying for all of the missing campers and families impacted by the flooding. You can watch the rosary right now on our KFDM YouTube channel. We're streaming it live right now.
Pink ribbons popping up all across town, another way to honor Mary Grace Baker.
KFDM's Taylor Justice is live in studio with the community's outpouring of support for the little girl who touched so many lives. Taylor?
Kimberly, Aaron, Mary Grace would have started 3rd grade when summer resumes. She's remembered as a girl's girl who loved pink, sparkles, and bows in her ringlet curls.
Pink ribbons lining the sidewalks of Calder Street near the St. Anne Catholic School, mourning the loss of one of its own students.
The pink bow is going to be prominently displayed, and you know, that's a good tangible reminder of the joy of this little girl that we all hold close to our hearts.
8-year-old Mary Grace Baker. She's described by those who knew her as a warm, joyful spirit, loved immensely by her friends and teachers.
She's had a love for her faith and for helping people and sharing, just a very warm personality. And so she's definitely going to leave a big hole. She's going to be missed very much.
A statement released by St. Anne Catholic School says Mary Grace was a girl's girl who loved pink, sparkles, and bows in her signature angelic ringlet curls. She recently celebrated her first Holy Communion and ended the school year with a special award.
They give one award to each student called the St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Award, which is given to a student who exemplifies Christian values in their classes. And she was given the award for 2nd grade this year.
Now, the school and the community draping the city in her favorite color, honoring the precious little girl who was known for her kindness and unwavering faith.
Father Moore and St. Anne Catholic School invites the community to put up pink bows to honor Mary Grace. Reporting live in studio, I'm Taylor Justice. Kimberly, Aaron, back to you.
Thank you for that story, Taylor. Jasper County Sheriff Chuck Havard and Jefferson County DA staff members visiting Camp Mystic today before heading home.
They traveled to Kerr County overnight Sunday and spent all day yesterday looking for the local victims. Havard shared photos today of the haunting scene at Camp Mystic. Children's sleeping bags were piled up outside of one of the camp houses. The sheriff and his major put up a large cross marking the area where so many young victims were swept away by floodwaters. The river is back down now within its banks. The sheriff told us it's hard to believe the water rose so high so quickly just days ago.
Texas country singer Pat Green among those mourning a loss from the floods. We first told you about the Burgess family from Liberty last night on KFDM 6 News at 10. John and Julia Burgess were in an RV in Ingram during the flooding. John was Pat Green's younger brother. Their two young sons, the Burgess sons, are missing. Their daughter there was at a nearby unaffected camp. Green writing on social media, "We are grieving alongside countless Texans whose lives have been upended by this tragedy. He is grieving, and so are the Burgess neighbors on this street in Liberty where the family lived." Julia Burgess was also a teacher at Liberty Elementary School, not far from the family's home. Liberty ISD asking for the public to continue to pray. At this hour, search and rescue crews are looking for any signs of hope as they work their way along the Guadalupe River.
CBS's Nydia Cavazos is in Kerrville with the latest on the tragedy.
Officials in Kerr County, Texas say they are not focused on the timeline of events from early last Friday morning or whether more could have been done to alert the public as floodwaters rose rapidly.
This team up here is focused on bringing people home. That's our focus. All those questions will be answered, but the priority right now is bringing people home.
5 campers and 1 counselor from Camp Mystic are still missing. Texas Governor Greg Abbott took an aerial tour of the damage and visited Camp Mystic.
Just in the Kerr County area alone, there are 161 people who are known to be missing. We will not stop until every missing person is accounted for.
Brian Christenberry's search and rescue team has assisted in the recovery of 17 bodies. He keeps the families in mind while digging through mountains of debris along the Guadalupe River.
You know, I've had a lot of people come up to me that have lost their children and their loved ones and thanked me, and it's hard to even hear that because you know, they have closure, but we haven't pulled anybody out alive yet, and that's tough.
President Trump and the First Lady will be visiting the devastated area on Friday to survey the damage. They've praised the response and rescue efforts.
I think a lot of lives have been saved. That could have been as bad as it was, and you could have lost double or triple. This thing was just really horrible.
Donations have poured in from around the world. Volunteers say they'll be here to help as long as there are those in need. Nydia Cavazos, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
And as search and rescue crews continue looking for victims, Southeast Texans can help by donating a variety of necessities.
Through Thursday of this week, St. Anne Catholic Church on Calder and 11th and Beaumont will collect donations at its Manger Youth Center. They're looking for snacks, diapers, wipes, toiletries, and cleaning supplies. The Youth Center will be open today and tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The victims of the catastrophic flooding in Central Texas need our help.
Sinclair and the Salvation Army are joining forces for Sinclair Cares Texas Tragedy Relief. The Salvation Army is providing hot meals, hydration, hygiene supplies, shelter, and other support to survivors and first responders. Monetary donations are also needed and greatly appreciated. 100% of your donation goes directly to Texas flood relief efforts. To get started, you can scan the QR code on your screen there at the top left, or you can go to sinclaircares.com. And we thank you in advance for your support and generosity.